Hello, this is Chelsea Chapman reporting live from the field in my own personal vehicle. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I'm double majoring in psychology and health communications. Today I would like to discuss the introduction assignment. The first item to discuss is the 3 articles that we read and the common thread running through all of them. Now, when you put them together, it paints the picture to show that media is consistently putting out biased content, and we already have the tendency to find information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs. This just gives social media the opportunity to encourage that pattern and heavily contribute to the social breakdown where no one really challenges their own beliefs. The second item I'd like to address is the website showing the media site's political rankings. I believe these are very accurate. Now, I've not visited most of these websites, but based on the few that I am familiar with, Fox News, which was labeled Republican, and BuzzFeed, which was labeled liberal, I'm assuming that the rest of them are probably pretty accurate as well. The third item I'd like to discuss is the accuracy of the quizzes and my own opinion about the doxed activity. I thought the quizzes did a very accurate job of determining my values. I'm very middle of the road, a centrist in my outlook, and that's what they identified, labeling me a disaffected Democrat. The doxed activity was a little confusing for me, but it ultimately shows us how much of our personal information is out there and that we really need to be vigilant in protecting it. The fourth item I'd like to discuss are the videos that we watched. In the video, The News About News, Alyssa Miller says that there is an extreme lack in world news coverage in America. This is due in part to the fact that there are no network news bureaus in countries that house billions of people, coupled with the fact that entertainment or celebrity news is much easier and cheaper to cover. I can see that there does seem to be far less international news available than the media junk food that seems to be everywhere. And there is no but aspect to this video for me. I completely agree with Alyssa Miller that we need to do better. In the video Beware Online Filter Bubbles, Eli Pariser tells us of the invisible shift in how media is flowing online. He tells us that everything is moving to a more personalized experience for each user. Pariser points out that this can seem convenient. For instance, when there's someone that you don't want to see in your feed, but don't necessarily want to unfollow them. I think that we've all been there. But he also tells us that it can be detrimental to society as a whole because we're all living in our own filter bubbles and never challenging our own beliefs, leading to us never growing as a society. In the video, The Art of Choosing, Sheena Iyengar points out the assumptions by Americans regarding the matter of choice, that choice is best seen through the American lens, and that isn't true. There are many different cultures and ethnicities that view choice differently. She says that Americans could really benefit from seeing new perspectives, that Americans really have the responsibility to be open to the power of choice and what it can do. I really enjoyed her video and how it began with an entertaining story. I agreed with everything that she said, that in the US we're swimming in a sea of choices when quantity isn't always the most important factor. In the video, Social Media is Ripping Apart Society, we're warned that the use of these social media tools is ripping apart the very fabric of how society works. It's eroding the foundation of how people behave. The former Facebook executive had no solution for us besides "don't use this shit," referring to social media tools. He says that likes and hearts give us an empty value that sends us in a vicious cycle of what's next. He advises that everyone needs to dig down deep and determine what they're willing to give up in order to not fall prey to this unintentional programming. And with that, I will end this broadcast. Chelsea Chapman signing off.